Thanks so much for staying tuned. For feedback, comments and inquiries, you can get in touch with us on any of the social media handles showing on your screen. And now moving on to the power sector. The federal government has disclosed that it will continue to work with stakeholders in the power sector to enhance safety and improve metering. The minister disclosed this while commissioning the new laboratory of the Nigerian Electricity Management Service Agency, NEMSA, in Lagos. Let's take a listen.
Safety issues have always been a challenge for the Nigerian electricity sector, with downtime experienced in power supply also traced to non-adherence to standards of equipment. This necessitated the establishment of the Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency, NEMSA, to address the gap. Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, from the government, the laboratory of the agency in Lagos, said it is a show of commitment from the government. He added that the newly commissioned laboratory will aid in elevating standards within the power sector, both for equipment and personnel safety and standards.
So essentially, this is now an upgraded, properly fitted laboratory to help the agency in charge of enforcing safety compliance actually do its job. They now have the tools to do their job, and we hope that there will be improvement in all the operators' compliance conduct, and the agency now having the tool can enforce compliance and say you comply or you don't comply, and that should translate to a better service delivery down the entire value chain.
On the issue of metering, the minister said efforts are on to expand access for all Nigerians and relieve the burden of the electricity distribution companies.
A word on metering, very straightforward. We have a policy on metering, which is the meter asset provider policy, which allows new businesses to enter the metering area, just in the way that GENCOs were licensed, DISCOs were licensed. We are going to license them to as meter asset providers in the value chain of power supply. This will relieve the pressure, and I emphasize the word relieve the pressure on the finances of DISCOs to supply meters. It does not discharge them of the contractual obligation that they have to.
The managing director of NEMSA, Peter Enweso, said the laboratory is a major game changer for the activities of the agency. He said the commission is now poised to change the face of the sector in terms of standards and personnel safety.
It's something that will actually ensure not just only the specifications and standards being met, ensuring that the lifespan of equipment and material that are used in the industry are actually well in line with what has been designed. Transformers are designed for it to actually work and function for well over 25-30 years. And if the oils that are used are not the right oil and the oil actually age without you replacing them, the transformer will have a shorter lifespan.
The newly commissioned chemical and engineering laboratory is expected to help in checking standards of equipment in the sector, and it is the latest in the series of measures being put in place to enhance the performance of NEMSA and development of the power sector.
The National Housing Program, which is currently on in 34 states of the Federation, will soon be completed. The Ogun State site, according to the state project manager, will be done within 3 months.